Among the readings that are appointed for today in the church's calendar is Psalm 130, and I'm going to read that to you now. Out of the depths have I cried to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears consider well the voice of my supplication. If you, Lord, were to mark what is done amiss, O Lord, who could stand? But there is forgiveness with you, so that you shall be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits for him. In his word is my hope. My soul waits for the morning more than the night watch, for the morning more than the night watch, for the morning. O Israel, wait for the Lord. For with the Lord there is mercy, with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all their sins. I've already mentioned the church's calendar, and today is an important day in the church's calendar, just as yesterday was, because today the focus in the season of Lent begins to shift. Today is the first Sunday in Passiontide, and over the coming 10 days to a fortnight, increasingly our focus will be upon the events that take place or took place on Good Friday and Easter Sunday. It's also, I think, not an inappropriate reading, the one that we've just read, for us as submariners. I'm sure that during the long history of the Submarine Association and other associations, there have been those who have echoed the words with which that psalm begins. Out of the depths have I cried to you, O Lord. But, of course, the psalmist isn't simply thinking about fathoms. He's thinking about the depths of his own heart that have been revealed through a troubled conscience. If you, Lord, were to mark what is done amiss, O Lord, who could stand? He becomes aware of his failures, a conscience that troubles him, a sense that in feeling that concern, he not only is feeling his own self-pity, but a recognition that he's failed his God. But one of the incredible things about this psalm to me is that rather than deny the voice of conscience, rather than run away from God, he actually turns to him in verse 3. But there is forgiveness with you. The very God before whom he feels condemned is the God who offers forgiveness. He goes on to say later in that psalm, with the Lord there is mercy. And finally he adds, with him is plenteous redemption. When we feel guilty, part of the problem with guilt is that we don't know how to get rid of it. It nags away at us. We don't feel there's anything we can do to put it right. We need someone else to deal with the problem that is bigger than our own circumstances. Yesterday we reflected upon the fact that the Son of God became a human being, incomprehensibly made man. I quoted from Charles Wesley. And the events of this coming couple of weeks remind us that God became a human being in the person of the Lord Jesus Christ in order that he might be the one who pays the redeeming price for our failure and our sense of guilt. So the guarantee is there. When conscience troubles, when we have that sense of failure in the face of our God, it is that God himself who in the person of his Son has come and paid the redemption price. And if that's the cost that has been paid, then we can be confident that our guilt is removed, that we can place our hand in the hand of the Son of God, and he will restore us to fellowship with his Father and lead us home.